I don't like how it turned out because it's like, no. He reminds me of a chicken. When you make a plushie and accidentally make a child. Hi friends and welcome to my channel. My name is Tanya, I'm a crochet designer and today we are going to design a very cute pattern together. So let's get into it. Hi friends, I'm working now on my new pattern, Baby Mushroom. It will be something like my baby mandrake but a mushroom. And I wanted to share with you the problems of pattern designing. And not every time I create a pattern I can do it like from the first try, even not from the second or third try. So here's my result for now. Yeah, it's a baby mandrake, but I used chunky yarn, so he's like huge. And I wanted him to have a booty, but a little bit bigger than my mandrake. Here's my mandrake. And he has like a little cute butt. I wanted my mushroom baby to have bigger butt, but I don't like how it turned out because it's like, no. At first I made it bigger, I made increases also here, but after making a few rounds it seemed like it's too big. I frogged everything and changed it. And now that I almost finished the body, I realized that it's small. Only after stuffing you can see it. So I'll need to frog this everything and crochet it again. It's good that I didn't take pictures because it would hurt even more if I needed to redo the photos and videos for the pattern again. So maybe this time I will love how it turns out and I'll take pictures for the pattern. Also, I'm not sure, I wanted him to be soft, but his arms are not looking very good in soft, because for mandrake and for my jumbo mandrake and for my small mandrakes, focus please, I used wire inside the arms, but I wanted him to be soft. Maybe I'll use wire but wrap it with tape and include some stuffing inside, so that it's not like wire, it's softer wire, because I don't like how it looks just in soft version. I want them to be bendable so that you can move them. But overall I love how the body turned out. I changed the shape of the arms and of the legs. It's not the same pattern as mandrake, because in mandrake his arms they have the shape but it's not so vivid, and in chunky yarn this shape is not visible without wire. In cotton yarn it's so visible, but in chunky it's not good enough. So for the mushroom I changed the pattern completely, and now you can see this curve. There's nothing inside, it's soft, and you can see how they curve. I love this shape very much. And I changed also the pattern for the legs. I added a booty and also the shape of the body. So I'll need to frog now this everything, crochet it again, add a cap, and we'll see how he turns out. Also, I'm not sure what eyes should I use. Should I use also these cute sinker eyes that I used for my mandrake, or maybe just plain black safety eyes? Because I think he may look cuter with just black eyes. But I don't know. What do you think? Let me know. He reminds me of a chicken. Or a turkey. Yeah, he could be a pretty good turkey. No, he will be a mushroom.
Years later.
Hey friends, it's been approximately a month since I made the last video. I couldn't continue to work on my mushroom because I had to work on my two different patterns. I was talking about it in my previous video. I had to finish my bees, and that pattern was keeping me from making different patterns, and then just inspiration came to me very suddenly and I had to make a boo snowdrop. So my mushroom had to wait. And then we went to a small vacation. I took a lot of yarn with me, but of course I didn't touch it at all. Now I'm back home and I'm returning to work. Next pattern will be the mushroom. So here is what we have now. I have changed his body since the last video. I have changed his booty. Now it's much bigger, but it's not stuffed fully, so it will be a little bit even bigger. And I changed completely the pattern. So I wanted it to be almost like my mandrake, but I had to change almost everything because I had to change. I made bigger booties, so I had more stitches in the round, and I changed the shape of the arms, so it's also different. And I decided to add him some cheeks. Actually, when he doesn't have eyes, this doesn't look like cheeks, but it will be the cheek. So I need to insert now the eyes and work up to make the gills and the cap. When I was making the mandrake, I wanted to make his eyes bigger, but I didn't have a good size. I had 30mm and 50mm, and 40 would be ideal, as I thought. And later I ordered them, so now I have also 40mm. But now when I tried these eyes on the mushroom, I don't like them. Maybe because they're not with eccentric people, so it's just in the middle and he doesn't look so cute. Let me show you. I think they are too big for him. Maybe I should use again 30mm as on my mandrake. Yeah, it looks a little too big, I think. Or no? On camera it doesn't look so big as in real life. Maybe I should use them. Okay, let me show you also 30mm. And they have these beautiful holographic pieces with them. I love this color because when you look at it, it's yellow, but when you turn it, it's green. It's a very interesting color, and I think it will suit very good to the color scheme of the mushroom. Okay, let me insert both eyes. Of course, they will be a little bit synced inside. No, I think this size is better. What do you think? Little cutie. Yeah, I think I will stick with these eyes and continue crocheting the gills. Hi friends, I finished my mushroom and I'm so excited to show you him because he's just the cutest. Just look at him! Sweet little baby, I am totally in love. So let me tell you about him a little bit. I sticked with 30mm eyes and I think they are perfect for him. The color and the size is just perfect. I made him nose and I also added him blush. I used soft pastel, but you can also use just a regular blush or just embroider. But this time I decided to use soft pastel because I didn't use it for a very long time. I think I used it last time about 2 years ago, and the last plushes that I made just didn't have any blush. But I decided to give him some and he looks very cute with it. I used wire in his arms, but I wrapped it around with fiberfill and tape. So I've put fiberfill around the wire and wrapped it with the tape. I'll insert a picture here somewhere. So they can keep shape, but they are very soft. So you can feel that there is something inside, but still you can bend them and move them around and give them the shape that you need. But it's quite soft, so it's what I wanted. His cap can do this. Oh, I'm in love. And the coolest part, that I love this pattern so much that I made 2 more mushrooms. Also, I wanted to show how this pattern will look in different yarn sizes. So this is size 7, it's jumbo chunky yarn. And here's the second mushroom that I made with chenille yarn. He's also so cute. And here's the size difference. Like, it's enormous, the size difference. So usually when people ask how do I make my plushes smaller or bigger, just change your yarn and hook, and here's the size difference. Like, it's the same pattern, same amount of stitches, and the difference is very big. For him I used 25mm eyes. I think they're a little too big, maybe I should have used smaller eyes, but he's still very cute. And look at this. Oh, the cutest, sweetest little butt. I love him too. He's very fun. And for the spots, I used a little fluffy furry yarn. And I think they look very, very interesting on him. And the next mushroom I made, he's even smaller. I used very thin chenille yarn. It's size 1. Yeah, it's sport weight fingering. He's so tiny. Just look at the difference in size. Let me show you the difference with the big one. So, tiny, tiny little baby. He's even smaller than the arm of this one. And they can hug each other. It's so cute. So for this one I used 14mm eyes with this rainbow effect. I didn't embroider any nose and I didn't give him blush just because I loved how he looked this way. And look at this. I don't know why, but with thinner yarn he looks chubbier. Like if you look at this one, he looks slimmer, like he's not so chubby. And with this one he looks more thick. I don't know how to explain it. Do you see it? And his butt is a little bigger. And his cap also can do this. I love how the gills turned out. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention that he's no sew. You don't have to sew like anything. You start from the legs, you go up, you connect them together, then you crochet the arms in, then you crochet the gills, and you connect the cap. So everything is one piece. You don't have to sew anything. I love the pattern that don't require sewing. Tell me which size do you like more. I'll show you all three together. I personally can't decide which size I like more because they all are so cute. The small tiny one has something magical about him just because he's tiny and you can hold him in your arm. But I love these two too because they're so huggable. This one is just like a small child. He is the size of my son when he was about 3 or 4 months old. When you make a plushie and accidentally make a child. He is so sweet. So I personally can't decide which size I like more because they are all gorgeous and sweet and so cute. But tell me which size do you prefer? And the pattern is already released. I released it yesterday, so it's already available on my website, on Etsy, and also on Ravelry if you prefer this one. And I'm very excited for you to try it and to see your jumbo mushrooms. And his name is Marshmallow because I wanted to name him Baby Mushroom, but I also have a pattern of a baby mushroom. I'll insert a photo here somewhere. It's my old pattern. It's about 3 years old, and now I'm remaking my old patterns in my new vision and make them more simplified and modified to use them also in chunky yarn because my old patterns are just for cotton and I'm not sure if they will look good in chenille or chunky yarn. So I'm remaking them. And I didn't know how to name him, so I made a post on Instagram and there were a lot of amazing names, but I loved the Marshmallow because it just describes him perfectly. He's like a little mushroom marshmallow, so his name is Baby Marshmallow. And I also wanted to show how he looks with Mandrake because I wanted to make them look similar and make kind of a series of forest snugglers. And here are they together. Oh, they are so cute. Mandrake is a little smaller because he has less stitches and smaller butt. But you can't tell difference like a lot. The mushroom is just a little bit chunkier, but they are pretty similar. And fun fact, the Mandrake is bigger. He's 15 centimeters. If you hold his leaves like up and count from the top of the leaf to the top of his legs, he's bigger than the mushroom if you hold him this way. The mushroom is 45 centimeters. But if you look at them this way, they look identical because the leaves go a little bit down. They don't stick like completely up. So they are similar. But I love the shape of these arms more. And actually you can use these arms for the mandrake because they have the same amount of stitches at the last round, and when you attach them you won't have like difficulties. You just need to attach these arms to this body and it will work perfectly. Maybe I'll do one more mandrake with these arms because I have an order for this mandrake, and maybe I'll modify the arms and add it also to this pattern. But I don't know if I should do it because these arms also look good. And these babies are not the only two that I'm going to make. There will be a few more. And now I have in my mind 3 patterns that I want to add to this series. And if you know my old patterns, maybe you will guess which patterns will be next. And if you guess and leave your guesses in the comments below, I'll give you these patterns for free. So leave your guesses in the comments below. I'll be very happy to see your mushrooms if you made some, so please tag me on Instagram. I think it's all for today, and I hope you enjoyed creating this small cute plushie with me. So see you in the next videos and have a great rest of your day. Bye!